Hello and welcome to another episode of Bushcraft Dave. In today's video I am going to be cooking up on my Trangia Mini, little small Trangia Mini. I'm going to be making a curry. I'm going to be making a chickpea curry with spinach and eggs. I'm not even sure where I got this recipe from. I think my mum may have sent me it in the post, or I don't know. From the look of it, it looks like it's come out of a Slimming World magazine. It could actually be one of mine. But hopefully a fairly healthy and quick chickpea, spinach and egg curry. So thank you for joining me and take a look at how we're going to make this dish. So for this recipe you will need a Trangia or cooking thing or anything you're going to cook on, but I'm using my Trangia Mini, which means I'll also need some Trangia fuel. I will also need a pot of various spices. Let me tell you what I've got. Inside that pot you will find half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, just less than a teaspoon of mustard seeds, 1 teaspoon of ground coriander, half a teaspoon of turmeric. I've put in the equivalent of 1 garlic clove. I've used garlic granules, so it was about 1/4 teaspoon of garlic granules. I haven't managed to find any chili, like an actual red chili, so I've not got chili in it, but I don't care about that. So that's the spices. I've also got a small can of chopped tomatoes. This is about 230 grams. A tin of chickpeas, a really small tin. It is 150 grams, but I think effectively that is about, it's already kind of pre-drained and ready to go. It's about the same as half a tin of chickpeas. The world's largest lemon, which I only need a little bit of. Some oil. I've got some little mini naan breads, and in me egg protector, 1 egg. Now if you are of the vegan persuasion, just leave out the egg and this is then a completely vegan dish. Oh, one last ingredient, and this will get a lot smaller in the cooking. 125 grams of baby spinach leaves, which will wilt down in the process. I've also brought with me today, which I don't think I'm going to end up needing to use, but I might do because it'll look cool, won't it, on video. I've been and purchased myself a small little aluminium windbreak. Something people have been suggesting to me that I get on my YouTube videos, so I went out and purchased one of those fold-out windbreaks. So even though I'm sheltered at a little campsite, I'm going to give that a go and see if it makes some help to the efficiency. So let's get cooking. So realistically it's only had kind of a minute or two for spices to just warm up, just get activated, just with a little splash of water. I reckon about 25 ml of water, just over a tablespoon. tablespoon and a half maybe. Right, so into here, now it's got going, we're going to chuck in chopped tomatoes and chickpeas. So we're going to put some lemon juice. I'm pretty impressed. No pips. And also just going to top it up with a bit more water, about 50 mils I reckon. And I'm just going to let that cook away for, I guess, around about 15 minutes. Let it thicken up, let it do its thing, and then eventually somehow I've got to fit all of that packet of spinach into here. Keep going until all 125 grams have gone in. There we go, the full 125 gram bag of spinach gone. So if you wanted to pep this dish up a little bit, it should have a chili pepper in it. Realistically, because this is a serves 1 and I've used a serves 4 recipe, it should be just a quarter of a chili pepper. And it should also have like the tiniest little smidge of cayenne pepper in there. So the one I'm having is not really spicy at all. It's got the cumin and coriander and turmeric in there, so it'll have that kind of curryish vibe, but it won't necessarily have a kick to it. So the spinach is in, spinach is wilted. One last thing to do for this dish, before I try and just fry off or heat up a naan bread in the frying pan, is we're going to add some more protein to this. We're going to turn it from what is currently a vegan dish into a non-vegan dish. So I'm going to crack an egg into this, just make a sort of a bit of a well that it can sit in. There we go, egg in, and frying pan lid on top. And we're just going to allow that to sort of build up some steam inside, and whilst that's on top, this will be starting to heat up. I'm going to get one of the naan breads in there. Let's see if I can be clever at all. That can go in there. There isn't really space for it. It was definitely the only way to do it with a mini, was to get a mini naan bread. Not cooked yet. Let's leave it to do its thing. Yeah, that's looking cooked. That's nice. Right, let's get that off the heat. Oh, it's heavy. It's going to be a nice substantial meal. And we'll stick that naan bread over a bit more direct heat, hopefully crisping it up. Right, let's serve this dish. Right then, my chickpea and spinach curry with egg, and on the side a bit of naan bread. I am going to stick another one on. Right then, I apologise if the light ends up fading a little bit, but the sun is setting. It's around about 20 to 9. It's took me a while to cook this dish. Not too bad actually. I mean, I've just been pottering around and I've left it to do its own little thing and cook and sizzle away. Main thing is, having cooked it, does it taste good? Let's give it a try. The spinach and chickpea curry. I mean, I would definitely say with just a little bit of chopped up chilli in there. And I wouldn't necessarily say cayenne pepper would be something that I would want to stick in it, but maybe just a little bit of curry powder just to give it that even more of a curryish vibe. But with a bit of egg, yeah, I'm happy with that. So there you have it. A sizable, hefty dish cooked on the Trangia Mini. Very few ingredients needed, nothing that really is going to perish on your travels. I guess the spinach, you could argue, maybe could wilt a little bit in the bag, but you're only going to chuck it into the pan and wilt it a little bit more anyway. So, tin of tomatoes, tin of chickpeas, little tub of spices, bag of spinach. Nice and simple. A lovely little dish. Thank you so much for joining me on this mini Trangia cook. Hope it's given you some inspiration, and if you've got any ideas of things that you'd like to see me cook on the mini Trangia, let me know. But other than that, until the next time, we'll see you in the next one. Edit this so I look good, Liv.